Students, in this video we are going to say modular arithmetic. Concurrence modulo. Two integers a and b are concurrence modulo n if they differ by an integer multiple of n. That a minus b is equal to kn for some integer k. This can also be written as a is concurrent modulo b mod n. Here the number n is called modulus. In other words, a is concurrent to b, mod n means a minus b is divisible by n. We can see an example here. Suppose I am taking 15 is one number, its concurrent modulo. Here I am using modulo 7, that is mod 7. So what to do? 15 divided by 7, you just divide. You are getting this is 2 times 14, the balance is 1. The remainder you have to write here, which implies 15 minus 1 equal to 14. Clear, children? So this is equal to 2 into 7. This is some integer they mentioned. Am I right? So generally we can write, if I am taking a is concurrent to b mod n, which implies we can write a minus b is equal to some k into n for some integer of k. Okay, children, for some value of k which will satisfy that. So in general we can go for, suppose I am taking 49 concurrent to, suppose I am taking mod 7. So while dividing 49 by 7, we are getting the remainder is 0. Here always we used to write the remainder. That is known as modulus. Okay, that is known as concurrence modulo. One more example. Suppose I am taking 27 concurrent to, suppose I am taking its mod 4. You divide 27 by 4. The remainder is 3. So this is the required answer. Note, when a positive integer is divided by n, then the possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, etc. n minus 1. Thus, when we work with modulo n, we replace all the numbers by their remainders upon division by n given by 0 to n minus 1. What is the meaning of this? For example, suppose I am dividing by 7, the possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, etc. 6. Are you clear, children? Always the remainder will be less than that value n. Connecting Euclid's division lemma and modular arithmetic. Let m and n be integers, where m is positive. Then by Euclid's division lemma, we can write n is equal to m into q plus r. R is the remainder. Here q is the quotient while dividing n by m. Clear, children? Where 0 less than or equal to or less than m. Since we are dividing by m, so r must be, the remainder must be less than m. And q is an integer. Instead of writing n is equal to mq plus r, we can use the concurrence notation in the following way. That is, see here, n is equal to mq plus r. This we can written as n is equal concurrent to, here we are using mod m. Here I told it's q is the quotient, r is the remainder. Remainder alone we used to write here. This is the meaning of this. So for example, suppose I am considering one number 21. I am dividing by 4. In that case, I will get 5 into 4 plus the remainder is 1. Therefore, in concurrent modulo, we can return this as 21 is concurrent to, we are using its mod 4. Therefore, the remainder is 1. So, the same thing we can express in this form. The left hand side notation, that is, this notation is Euclid's division lemma. This is modular arithmetic. So, both are connected. Here, we are going to discuss the theorems. A, B, C and D are integers and m is a positive integer such that if A is concurrent to B mod m and C is concurrent to D mod m, then first one, A plus C is concurrent to B plus D. How they are taking? They are taking from this result B and D. This only they are connecting with the following results. So, A plus C is equal to, that is, A plus C is concurrent to B plus D mod m. Second one, A minus C is concurrent to B minus D mod m. Even in multiplication also we can do the same thing. A into C is concurrent to B into D mod m. Okay, children. Second theorem, if A is concurrent to B mod m, then we can write AC is concurrent to B into C mod m. That is, A is concurrent to B, in that we are multiplying by C on both the sides, which won't affect the process. Second subdivision, A plus or minus C, we are adding or subtracting a constant, okay, we are getting A plus or minus C is concurrent to B plus or minus C mod m for any integer C. So, this you have to remember while doing the problems. Now, we are going to solve the problems from exercise 2.3. First question, find the least positive value of x such that, first subdivision, 71 is concurrent to x mod 8. First we can solve the first one. First subdivision, it's given 71 is concurrent to x mod 8. Here we have to divide 71 by 8. While dividing 71 by 8, 71 is equal to 8 into 8 plus 7. 8 8s are 64. 64 plus 7 is 71. Therefore, we can write 7 on 71. Therefore, we can write 71 is concurrent to 7 mod 8. Therefore, x equal to 7. Just you compare this x and this final step, that is, which gives x equal to 7. Clear, children? Now, second question, it's given 78 plus x concurrent to 3 mod 5. This we can written as 78 plus x minus 3 equal to 5k. Just to simplify this, you are getting 75 plus x equal to 5k. Just you check with this, even for 0, x equal to 0, 75 will be multiple of 5, but we need the least positive value. Therefore, we can take only x equal to 5. If when x equal to 5 we are getting 80, 80 is multiple of 5. Therefore, the required solution is x is equal to 5. Now you move on to the third one. It's given 89 concurrent to x plus 3 mod 4. This we can written as 89 minus x minus 3 equal to 4k. Just to simplify, we are getting 86 minus x equal to 4k. You just find a number when x equal to 2, we are getting 84. That is 86 minus 2 is 84. That is equal to 4 into 21. Therefore, the answer is x is equal to 2. This is the required answer. Now the fourth subdivision, given 96 is concurrent to x by 7 mod 5. This we can written as 96 minus x by 7, which is equal to 5k. Okay children. So left hand side, if it becomes 95, which will be the multiple of 5. So I have to subtract 1 for that. Put x equal to 7. So left hand side we are getting 96 minus 1. Therefore, we are getting 95, which is equal to 5 into 19. Therefore, the least positive number is x equal to 7. Fifth subdivision, it's given 5x is concurrent to 4 mod 6. This we can written as 5x minus 4 equal to 6 into k. So left hand side we have to create a number multiple of 6. If you find difficult, you just check one by one. X equal to 1, 5 minus 4, it's not. 2, 10 minus 4, we are getting 6 into 1. Am I right? So you can put x equal to 2. When x equal to 2, we are getting 5x minus 4 is equal to 6. That is 6 is equal to 6 into 1. Therefore, the required answer is x equal to 2. Is the least positive integer which satisfies the given equation. Second question, if x is concurrent to 13 modulo 17, then 7x minus 3 is concurrent to which number modulo 17? We can write the solution given x is concurrent to 13 modulo 17, that is mod 17. Therefore, this we can written as x minus 13 is equal to 17k. Now we have to find k value. You substitute 30, x equal to 30, you are getting 17 into 1. Am I right? When x equal to 30, we are getting x minus 13 is equal to 17. That is equal to 17 into 1. Therefore, x value is 30 is the least positive integer. Now we can consider 7x minus 3 is concurrent to some number y modulo 17, that is mod 17. This we are assuming that, so I am writing it say. So now you know the value of x, you substitute it, it becomes 7 into 30, that is 210 minus 3 is concurrent to y mod 17. You can subtract it, it becomes 207 is concurrent to y mod 17. Now actually you have to divide 207 by 17. So it's one time 17, 3 balance, 7 you consider. So 37, so 2 times I can take, we are getting 34. So the balance is 3, that is the remainder. So therefore we can write 207, that is 207 is equal to 17 into 12 plus 3. 3 is the remainder. Therefore we are getting y is equal to 3. This is the required answer. Now the third question, solve 5x concurrent to 4 modulo 6. Given 5x concurrent to 4 mod 6. This we can written as 5x minus 4 is equal to 6k. Now we have to find for what value of x. 5x minus 4 is a multiple of 6. Just you can go with some numbers. 1 you substitute, you are getting 5 minus 4 is 1. You substitute 2, we are getting 10 minus 4 is 6. So 6 is a multiple of 6. So when x equal to 2, we are getting 5x minus 4 equal to, you substitute 2, 10 minus 4, 6. That we can written as 6 into 1. Therefore, x equal to 2 is one of the solution. Okay children, like this we can find some more solutions. Here I substituted 2, just you substitute 3 in your mind, you are getting 15 minus 4 is not divisible by 6. 4 you substitute, it's 16, it's not multiple. 5 you substitute, we are getting 21. 6 you substitute, 26. 7 you substitute, 31. 8 you substitute, you are getting, when x is equal to 8, we are getting 40 minus 4, that is equal to 36, is divisible by 6. Therefore another value of x is 8. So again you can try to find one more value. You can go for 9. 9 5s are 45 minus 1 is 41. So like that you increase, you can find one number, that is when x equal to 14, 5 14s are 70 minus 4. So we are getting 66, it's divisible by 6. Therefore another value is 14. Therefore we can write the solution x equal to 2, 8, 14, etc. Clear children? With 2 you add 6, you are getting 8. With 8 you add 6, you are getting 14. So next number will be 20. So it will be like that. Now the fourth question, solve 3x minus 2 equal to 0, that is concurrent modulo 0, mod 11. So we have to find a multiple of 11. Given 3x minus 2 concurrent modulo 0 mod 11. See, this we can return as 3x minus 2 equal to 11k. So you have to give some values for x and randomly you have to check that. So you substitute 1, we won't get 2, we won't get 3, we won't get 4. 4 3s are 12, 12 minus 2, we won't get that, am I right? So even 5 we are getting, it's 3 5s are 15, 15 minus 2 we are not getting 16, am I right? Okay, 6 you substitute, we are getting 18 minus 2 we are not getting. In 8 you substitute, when x equal to 8, we are getting 3x minus 2 is equal to 22. So this is divisible by 11. So like that you have to go for more numbers. So just randomly you have to check like this. When x equal to 19, you substitute 19 in x place, that is 3x minus 2 is equal to 19 into 3, that is 57. 57 minus 2 is 55. This is divisible by 11. So like this you can find the values. So 8 plus 11 is 19. So I can go for the next number easily. X is equal to, you add 11 with this 19, you are getting 30. So 3 into 30 is 90. 90 minus 2 is 88. Therefore, 3x minus 2 value is 88 is divisible by 11. Therefore, the solution x is equal to 8, 19, 30, etc. This is the required solution. Fifth question, what is the time 100 hours after 7 a.m.? So, we know that per day 24 hours. So 100 hours is equal to 24 into 4 plus 4. Clear, children? That is 100 is concurrent modulo is 4 mod 24. We are using mod 24. Since per day we have 24 hours. So we are getting the remainder is 4. Therefore, required time is equal to 7 plus 4, that is equal to 11 a.m. This is the required answer. Sixth question, what is the time 15 hours before 11 p.m.? Here they given 11 p.m. equal to 11 plus 12, that is equal to 23 hours. Okay, children, we need the time 15 hours before 11 p.m. Therefore, the time 15 hours before 11 p.m. equal to, so 11 p.m. is equal to 23 hours. Therefore, 23 minus 15. You have to calculate. That is equal to 8 hours. That is equal to 8 a.m. This is the required answer. Seventh question. Today is Tuesday. My uncle will come after 45 days. In which day my uncle will be coming? Solution. Given today is Tuesday. Okay, children. So my uncle is coming after 45 days. So 45 days is concurrent modulo. Here I am using mod 7. 7 days per week. So I am taking mod 7. You divide 45 by 7. 3 is the balance. Therefore, I have to count 3 days from Tuesday. After Tuesday, I will be getting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, his uncle may be coming on Friday. Therefore, the third day after Tuesday is Friday. Therefore, answer is Friday. 8th question, prove that 2 power n plus 6 into 9 power n is always divisible by 7 for any positive integer n. Listen carefully. Solution: given 2 power n plus 6 into 9 power n. So when n is equal to 1, just to check with this, 2 power n plus 6 into 9 power n is equal to 2 plus 6 into 9, which is equal to 2 plus 6 9s are 54, which is equal to 56, which is divisible by 7. When n is equal to 2, you substitute 2 in the place of n, it becomes 4 plus 6 into 9 square, that is 81. We can do the calculation. 81 into 6, that is 6. 8 6 are 48. 4 plus 486 equal to 490, which is divisible by 7. Therefore, 2 power n plus 6 into 9 power n is divisible by 7 for all n belongs to capital N, that is set of all natural numbers. 9th question, find the remainder when 2 power 81 is divided by 17. Consider 2 power 4, that is equal to 16. Clear, children? Now this is concurrent to, I am using mod 17. Now I am getting here it's minus 1. Am I right, children? Now you consider 2 power 80, that is equal to 2 power 4 whole power 20. This is concurrent modulo 2. 2 power 4 concurrent modulo value is minus 1 whole power 20. So you can simplify this. This is actually mod 17. Therefore, we are getting 2 power 80 is concurrent modulo, minus 1 whole power 20 is 1. This is mod 17. Now both sides you can multiply 2. It becomes multiply 2 on both the sides. It becomes 2 power 81 concurrent modulo. 1 into 2 is 2. This is mod 17. Therefore, the required remainder is equal to 2. Now the 10th question, the duration of a flight travel from Chennai to London through British Airlines is approximately 11 hours. The aeroplane begins its journey on Sunday at 23:30 hours. If the time at Chennai is 4.5 hours ahead to that of London's time, then find the time at London. When will the flight lands at London airport? Now the solution. Children listen. From Chennai, timing is 23:30 hours. This is Sunday. Okay, children. It's traveling 11 hours. So you have to add 11 hours. Okay. You have to add 11 hours. So we are getting, you add with this, it becomes 24. Am I right? 24. After that you will get the next day. So you add 11 hours with this, we are getting 30 hours from Sunday. Now you consider 30 hours concurrent modulo mod 24 per day 24 hours. So we are getting, while subtracting it, it's 10, 30. Clear, children? So the quotient is one time. So we are moving to the next day. Therefore we can say that at 10:30 hours the flight will reach London. But we need the London timing. So it's given clearly, if the time at Chennai is 4.5 hours ahead to that of London's timing, therefore the flight will reach the London airport is equal to 10:30 hours minus 4:30 hours. Okay, children? Therefore, this is equal to, you just subtract that, this is 6 hours. So this is the required London timing. So you people has to practice similar sums from the examples, and you should have a thorough knowledge about modulo arithmetic. All the best. May God bless you. We can meet you in the next video.